Hello everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here, yeehaw, and this video is some of the best moments from the Unite Rivals qualifiers we had over the weekend for EU. I've got matches from a few of the top teams in here with some amazing moments. I will also have a link to the full entire stream that is public in the description and in the pinned comment right here. But if you just want to see a few amazing matches casted by me and Chris, check these out. There are some wild moments in there. Series like 3 months after the game came out, and then continuing it here into year 2. But who cares about the championship series when you have Unite Rivals? We're here in the winners quarterfinals. Nouns Esports, one of the best teams in the world, going up against Tilted Unite here in game 1.
And they're already running over again with the Sableye, of course, looking for this invade. He's gonna spot out the Aegis Slash. Can he go for this one? No, he can't. That time getting the red buff, and Scyther also getting the blue buff at the same time. So trying to minimize them getting invaded. So well done, sharing jungle. Goes a long way in Unite lately as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you've got to deal with this thing running in, at least you're going to make sure that it can't get too much value out of it. And in fact, just kind of an early attack there. I'm blanking on the name of that early first move that does extra damage to enemy Pokemon from behind there from Sableye, but just not able to pick up.
Is it Astonish?
Maybe it's Astonish, yeah. And just not able to pick up that secure there. Little early.
The funny part is we just talked about India, and they had a team that did their jungle camps as 5, and I found it absolutely great, honestly. They just went 5 into their jungle and took everything down very fast and just went to lanes. And it's actually a good strategy as well.
Wow, I did not get to see that. I love that. Oh man, this is not looking good here for Tilted as we've got this Red Mach coming up here. Big scores right now. Scyther trying to get some damage in here. Here comes that massive Wicked Blow. Are they able to get it? No, but they still get the KO.
And as well, what I like here is that Nouns just does the jungle for the Urshifu to get level 5 fast, and now the Tyranitar or the Pupitar is going to take over jungle in the second rotation. So just making sure that Pokemon get to their power spikes as fast as possible. And can he go for this buff? Shadow Sneak is there and he gets it! He steals it away and just runs out, turns invisible again. But he's on the chase. Can Traffic actually do something here? No, he can't. I mean, it's just Sableye.
Yeah, I think he even realizes even if he gets next to him, he doesn't want to fight him really. So, Geese.
Jukes him as well right here. He's just so annoying.
Unbelievably unpunished Pokemon. Greedent here in this bottom path. Just doing some gliding around. Gotlu, one of the best Greedents, if not the best Greedent in the world. They're going to show him how it's done. Geese coming back in here. Just getting the stuns, getting the fears, getting the damage. As we have this actually getting cleared out. I think that was just taken by Tilted Unite in the center. It looks like no one from Nouns was ready to fight over it.
Yeah, for sure not. I mean, they're kind of scared. I mean, they have a Pupitar, right? Or Pupitar. I don't actually know how he's pronounced. They're trying to get to Tyranitar evolution as fast as possible to make sure that nothing bad happens, right? And as soon as Tyranitar gets to level 9, oh, what a nice big blow into Dark Pulse, and they actually get one KO right here. They're going to start chasing. The Fierce there, fully of Scythe, is going to get him to safety, but Elagos is not as lucky. And now they're also just diving Treffy. The entire squad suddenly is here. Gutlu flying in from the side. They finish off the first goal, 115 points, and a good early game.
Yeah, really nice early game, and it looks like they're just pushing up here to take some of that catch-up experience away from the side of Tilted Unite as they're going to put some more points on the board. I didn't actually get to see the items if they were stacking here, but Greedent, it's very common to stack on this Pokemon. Extremely easy to score, and everything it does is made better by attack weights, so it's very possible.
Yeah, for sure, but Gutlu might actually go down right here, and he's gonna for is he running Slow Smoke? I just realized. But no, the Comet, he's running away right into the arms of Delphox, and Delphox is gonna pick up this Mystical Fire KO, which is actually gonna be huge for him. Because Delphox needs experience. It's one of the Pokemon that has one of the best late games. He just needs levels very, very badly.
Yeah,
so,
extremely experienced.
And neither team is going for these Regis yet.
No, they're just fighting right now, pushing them around. Redmaw in this bush right here. Oh, Delphox almost getting punished for that, but picking up a nice KO there from the Mystical Fires. Now it looks like they're going to head down towards this bottom path and maybe start this here, as Nouns is actually already on it with a Tyranitar, having to peel off because I think they're worried about not being able to secure it right now, getting ready for this fight. Regice possibly got... Whoop, they get it right there with the Mystical Fire. I was going to say, I don't know if it was going to get... leashed right there as Gotlu is coming in. Adasu's coming in with this massive Unite move. Oh my gosh, just stomping on them right here. And there's that Sand Tomb Tyranitar that we were talking about earlier in the tournament.
It's also funny, they play both builds. Like, Gutlu only plays Ancient Power and Adasu only plays Sand Tomb. So whatever who Tyranitar plays in their team, they have different moves, and it always works anyways. It's really funny to see. Adasu purely going for Sand Tomb, and Gutlu currently going for Ancient Power. So it's always funny, because they both actually play Tyranitar.
178 to 0 right now. Nouns is shutting them out. Bottom goal, they're leaving it at 2 so they can continue to farm right here. Redmon maybe needing to get away from this Aegislash. One of the most difficult Pokemon in the game to duel. Maybe Tyranitar outduels it because of the true damage, but just so difficult. And here comes Bruv with that very, very mean Unite. Gotlu coming in with another Unite. And this feels like the game we watched earlier from Nouns where they are just punishing the enemy team right now. There's not much they can do about it. That Delphox Unite just like, please go away. Please, I'm begging you to leave.
We didn't even see much of Bruff yet, but he's just casually level 10 on this Mr. Mime on bot lane, and there's just instantly a Unite move getting KOs. Looking for top lane now, the Centum is on the goal, but they can defend it quite easily. This could be the overextension for Nouns esports spotters there. Oh my god, the big blow. Unite move off of Shifu as well, and he picks up a Scyther so easily. No full heal was up there, and just gets blown into pieces.
Yeah, wow. Nouns looking amazing.
Now 206 to 0 points.
Yeah, 206 to 0. Rough. This is really tough right here for Tilted Unite. They might be a little tilted playing Unite. We'll be back in a minute, everybody. All right, 4 minutes, 28 seconds left here in this match. Tilted's going to need to pick up something. They just got their Slowbro Unite move, though, so that could be a nice big moment for them. But, you know, we got some late-game Pokemon on the side of Nouns that are getting all their experience. It's a level 11 Tyranitar right now. And, gosh, I mean, there's almost no Pokemon more difficult to deal with once it gets its XP than T-Tar.
Only problem is that Nouns doesn't have any farm anymore, right? All the white Pokemon on the side of Tilted. So it's very hard for them to get actually experience. And they're gonna look for a push right here. Delphox 9 lands on the goal just to zone out. Mime is jumping in with the Unite move. He's gonna look for a confusion follow-up, but Edegos is trying to keep the team alive. Flying above is gonna land and heal the team to full HP. But Gotlu sees Unite! Oh, amplifier! And they all explode instantly into combat bait. That's 3 KOs down. It's gonna be a 4th. That was the biggest green Unite I've ever seen.
That Unite. Sableye hits the Unite move. The entire team is stunned just looking at them as the most massive big belly flop of all time lands on them. What an insane combo from Nouns. That's one of the most beautiful 1-2 punch Unite combos I have ever seen.
That was just wonderful to see. And you know, Gotlu is actually running the Energy M, so his Unite move does insane damage as well. It's just, they just exploded as this green jumped on them. And now, of course, Tilted looking very bad spot. They try to look for a push, but I think it's totally fair they look for some desperation. Because if they just trade 1 for 1 or 2 for 2, trading Unite moves, they're actually happy, right? Because they get comeback experience. Most likely, because they're underleveled. So in those scenarios, it's totally fine. Of course, it backfired heavily. But you gotta go for these plays. If you just do nothing, you're going to lose eventually, right?
Sableye, you're a freaking jerk. I mean, can you believe I was able to do that and get away with it? What an unbelievably ridiculous Pokemon here. 2 minutes, 37 seconds. They've got Regieleki heading towards their tier 2. They're going to need to deal with this, but it shouldn't be too tough. Nouns has a commanding lead, and they can kind of just wait for Tilted Unite to come in and make a mistake and clean up the whole thing. They're in such a dominant position in this match right now. Level-wise, and score-wise, positionally, they're just incredibly in control of what's happening right here. This is going to be very, very tough for Tilted, but luckily they do have Unite moves on almost every single one of their Pokemon. Anything is possible in this big Rayquaza fight.
For sure, but even the Slowbro Unite doesn't feel too much impact right now. But like, who's going to get knocked down by the Slowbro Unite? I feel like no one is just going to instantly die on the side of Nouns, because again, they're super, super tanky. It's gonna be very difficult, and Gatush is buying time as well. Playing against Greedent and Sable at the same time, it's just not fun. He's jumping in, and he's gonna KO Cypher right here. Just 1v5, he's just on the enemy side. And I can't do anything about it. That's the first KO, 337 points now. Sableye scoring top lane, and Gatush is just running around over the save of Sableye. Then a 2v4, getting chased down, but they just run away. Nice Sableye Unite as well, porting Eddie goes back to base. The fight is happening on the enemy side, and Tilted just can't really move. Now the barriers as well are gonna block so much time, and Geese are just recalling on the enemy side.
Yeah, and one thing that you're seeing here is Nouns is not only messing with them, able to jump in, able to score, but they are just bleeding so much time off the clock right here. Tilted needs to do something right now. It looks like they're in the pit, actually, trying to start flipping this. They have to do it. They've got great secure and great rip on the side of Tilted. Here they come, looking for this big Rayquaza. Are they able to get it? They are secured there by the Aegislash. Is there enough time? Are there enough points? This actually could work out for Tilted if Nouns is not able to defend this here. It's going to be, what, 647? This is big. Yeah, T-Tar is going to be able to stop a lot of scores right here as 3 members of Tilted are heading towards this bottom goal. 272 to 647. They still have shields on all of their Pokemon right here. This match is still winnable. Well,
now to be careful, Balgusha's picking up points. He's scoring another 100, no turns in the base. But they have to be careful. If no one's dicey, they drop a lot of Eos energy. And they actually all go down. This could still be somehow close. Tilted just has to farm very much. They're still almost down 200 points though. But they still have a chance right now. They have to just farm everything next 24 seconds. Can they somehow find 140 points? There's 2 maybe.
There's 2. There's a little bit.
Look, better than nothing.
Hey, everything matters, Chris.
Anywhere?
20 points from Eldegoss. 12, 2, another 2. They're doing anything they can, but wow, Nouns was really able to put so many points on the board that even though the enemy took Rayquaza, it did not matter.
Wow.
Another 22, another 14. Such an impressive job there from Tilted. That's exactly what they needed to do, but Nouns countered it beautifully, scoring throughout the entirety of that fight. In fact, actually probably losing the defense because of all the scoring they were doing, but they knew they would be able to stay ahead. Such an exciting game one.
Scoring 294 points without even Rayquaza. So that's insane.
That's wild.
He just kept running around into the enemy. Look at this graph. I have never seen.
I had to include that match because that Unite move between Sableye and Greedent was one of the craziest things I had seen. All right, more games.
Double XP share for the left side. XP share also, like almost every team is playing 2 XP shares lately.
Yeah, I mean, the buff to EXP share was actually super considerable. Now that you don't have to be the lowest level to get its effects anymore is just amazing. And teams, you get the movement speed from it. You get so much from it. It's an amazing item now, especially in competitive play. Solo queue, it's still just one of the most stressful items that you can run.
And Potato, this is what he always does. He goes to his boosted auto attack and just starts auto attacking the enemies on the first thing already, and he just jumps down. And it's gonna be first kill already for the Gibble. Gibble is actually so strong early game, it does so much damage.
Oh no!
Especially when he has rapid fire scarf procced, and Lucario's also gonna fall. 2 KOs for Dogwater already.
Wow, Dogwater just dominating this top path right here. Off meta in trouble. Just dealing with a guard chomp. I mean, yeah, it's tough.
I thought what Potato does only works in solo queue, but even in tournaments, people underestimate this Gibble. It is so mean early game. Should for sure not underestimate it. Now Scyther top lane, trying to help out this losing lane a bit. We don't have an Eldegoss yet. Not even barely any experience there on this Eldegoss, so it's gonna be a long time before Devoicing gets level 4.
Oh man.
Hopefully Sartorius Victor's already being charged, but actually misses, but they're just gonna dive in with the Swinub. And they're gonna maybe get Lucario. A lot of things are flying around. And Human, he can't auto-take him. Finally, there it is. He gets the KO on Lucario and he goes down again.
Wow, impressive fight right there from Dogwater. Yeah, Lucario getting taken down inside there. And interesting, I mean, I thought it was actually not going to go well after we had that big wicked blow that missed. But no, still went pretty well for Dogwater. I mean, look at Potato right here. Looks like he's going to try to fight 2 of them, just getting pushed back.
He's so aggressive on this guard jump as well. He's going to pick up Drain Claw soon, and you're just going to see him go over and again. In and over. Just, oh, he's already just eject buttoning in already, I think. But he might get punished for it. He's getting auto-attacked by Eldegoss, and he's dropping very low. Drain rushes back out. Look,
yeah!
He's chasing the power punch.
Look at that power-up
revenge
punch.
KO right here.
That was beautiful, using that X speed to chase it out, and then just setting up a nice execute right there. Trying to finish this off, and they are able to do that. Scyther coming in, trying to pick up a KO right here. We've got the damage coming out from the Scald. It's also lowering the attack of that Urshifu, pushing it back, but I mean, all the damage resistance. I mean, what do you do when the damage resistance hits the damage resistance hits the damage resistance? We're gonna find out.
That's for sure. Now we have off meta with 4 Pokemon bot lane. They also pick up the Pillow Swine. They're gonna start diving this now. Mime is dropping super low. Marth is also getting caught. And off meta making a huge push up, but the solo beam is there. He's gonna stop 2 big blow and 2 eject button. Can they find any KOs? No, they can't right now. Power punch lands. And he's like, what? I'm not Urshifu 2.0. I'm actually Lucario still. And he takes the KO, he takes down, the future Lucario.
That's right, Lucario still is Lucario 2.0. Scyther going down right here as it looks like Pikachu actually eject buttoning, trying to get away from this, and he's saying, you know what, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna Volt Tackle you as I get KO'd here. Dogwater setting up right here. We have the bottom Reggie spawning, and they've got Urshifu down there in perfect position to take it, but they do have to watch out for this Lucario, who can also sneak right in. Mamoswine trying to stop it right now. Mime trying to slow it down. Here comes a big close combat secured by Urshifu still. That wicked blow.
It's honestly hard to believe every time I see the damage of it that is actually a move in this game. It's hard to believe because it does so much. It's just ridiculous to see the 2k crit number this early into the match already. I'm gonna start diving the score now. Potatoes here on level 9. He's just zoning them away. If they have to walk up, he's just gonna Drain Claw combo them. And they're wisely just backing off. Often it's very, you can't just defend a goal. The first goal is barely any defense. It gives just very small shields, right? And people really just die or go down for trying to defend the goal too much sometimes.
Yeah.
So just let it go. And you still get NDDs. It's not like you're losing too much. You're still getting additional farm for the rest of the match, which is also very nice.
Look at Potato being the highest level member of the entire match right here, trying to get this secure. Once again, Urshifu, and you see why this Pokemon is so often banned out, coming in with another big Unite move. Not only does it get the objective, it gets the KO right here. Potato coming in with that eject button at the end of his Unite move, just trying to clean up this fight right now. Looking incredibly good for Dogwater as this is going to push towards this tier 1 goal. However, not a huge advantage for them as they're not able to actually push this Regieleki any further.
But still a lot of points they can get right here, right safely. Mew's also going to score another 30 most likely, 5 more go in. They even just try to make it more experience, and then they're going to keep diving now. Lucario is also dropping super low again. Dragon Rush, Dragon Claw lands onto Eldegoss and Scyther, and Potatoes is going so ham right now.
Wow.
Getting so many pickoffs.
I mean, it feels like maybe the surprise Pokemon of this tournament so far is watching Garchomp just go crazy in 2 matches in a row already. And it feels like a Pokemon that really didn't get picked at all last year in any championship series, in any big tournament. But after a few buffs and after some meta changes, we've actually seen some teams take advantage of it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, seeing back-to-back is quite funny. 2 Garchomp, 2 different players. Not just Potato, also another player trying out the Garchomp. And doing best of her. Another Reggie spawning in 5 seconds on bot lane. Are you ever sad if you see Regirock spawning?
No, I've never been sad in my life. But yeah, it's definitely not my favorite. But I don't actually worry about which Reggie is spawning. I just spend most of my time complaining about who didn't show up to it. As it looks like Garchomp actually does get taken down right here. 2 down on the side of Dogwater as off meta is trying to push it. We've got a big Unite move. They want this Urshifu. Are they able to take it down? Gosh, it took so much. Wow. And actually Lucario does get punished by the Mew right there.
And off meta getting at least some KOs after losing the objective, after losing the Regirock. Still at least getting experience, which is all that matters, right? I think that's what people always ignore, is experience is the most important thing in the United States. Scoring is nice, but just farming and getting experience is so important. And any KOs are always, of course, especially killing a level 12 Garchomp gives your team a lot of experience.
Yeah, we're getting up ready for this fight here at Regieleki. And this objective is actually really nice for Dogwater because it's just something that off meta has to deal with right now as it pushes towards a tier 2. And they can, they can do a lot of different things with it. They can decide to push with this. They can just decide to farm all of the experience that off meta would need. And as you mentioned before, Chris, experience really is the name of the game. The culmination of that ending fight matters so much as Potato gets taken down, actually pushing a little too far right here and giving up some of that catch-up XP over to off meta, picking up another KO right here.
Yeah, Mew also is overextending, and yeah, you just can't push with the Regieleki, right? We all know it. Games get lost over this, trying to push it in. Of course, he can also sometimes win with the match straight up by pushing it in, but now off meta can look for this push on top lane. Kali goes on the side, gets will take it into Power Punch, taking so much damage. Eject buttons back to the goal. You want to try to stop this from happening? Potato's back now. Can he find any pickoffs? Scyther super low on HP. But they all get away. The eject button's gonna miss a Potato. He can't reach them, but nice barrier into boosted auto attack's gonna claim Lucario. And now Eldegoss is just summoned 4 enemy Pokemon. Gets taken down as well.
I'm kind of confused what off meta was doing right there because they actually, it felt like they got some daylight. They were actually able to make it out of there, but then they sort of started moving back, I think because their Eldegoss was pushing top, but they were just in so much trouble. They needed to run and they were taken out. And now we have another Regirock spawning. How sad are you, Chris? Tell me. Scale of 1 to 10.
Honestly, I never know, like, what's the math on it? Maybe it's actually quite good. I just feel like I just don't want to see it. It's always hard to tell with defense and special defense sets in this game, right? If it's actually how much it does.
The word is that...
Are you trying to hit this goal right here? Can he somehow do it? He's spending so much time. Is he going to fall in the end? No, but that's nice capturing right here. Oh, but look at Dogwater. Going for the second goal push on bot, being like, okay, have fun on our first goal. You're going to run to your second goal.
It looks like off meta has had a few moments where they just push a little too far and they're punished for it. Oh, what a catch! I mean, you think maybe someone's in there trying to go home, and that is just such a nice KO for them. They could actually start this if they want, just start poking it and make off meta have to push in, as they are sort of starting in here. The nice thing with Garchomp is it can charge its boosted attack, it can make the enemy have to push in, and they could just peel right off and start ripping them to shreds.
He's looking for the gauge now, and 60's actually caught right here, has some Unite. Pikachu's also going to trade Mew for Pikachu Unite, which I think is very good for Pikachu, because now Mew can actually be caught. Garchomp's going to start auto-taking. Lucario Unite has to be forced, because he's going to die anytime soon now. He's going to go for it, but so Potato can't get his Unite move out. Mamoswine jumping to 3 enemy characters, trying to lock them up, but it's looking great for Beta right now. The Sky is there. Mamoswine's going to fall. What a triple man Unite of Urshifu! knocks them all up into a big blow, and they ace them. Wow. Yeah, Urshifu big Unite move can actually hit multiple targets, and he just gets it on 3 enemy Pokemon.
What
Incredible.
a balanced Pokemon this Urshifu is, as that Unite absolutely changed everything. That fight felt so incredibly close until you just saw this Dark Bear jump in, huge Unite, flinging them into the air and KOing them with a critical hit that I think should not be allowed. It's just insane.
That Mamoswine setting it up so well as well with the high horsepower, knocking them all together and just perfectly lining them up for the Urshifu. Now we have 528 points to 209. Off meta, of course, I can still try for another push. Marth is going to go down right here, which is 33-second death timer.
We've got 100 heading center, and it looks like we now have another.
Yeah, okay.
Great play here by Dogwater. I mean, off meta is like, hey, we can push, and then they're like, oh boy, how many points did they put in? This is normally when the surrender votes come out. Well, that's actually not true. Normally the surrender votes come out in my solo queue games at 5 minutes, then they come out at 4:30, then another one at 4. But after all those points go in, that would be the end of the game here. Dogwater looking extremely impressive in game number 1. Off meta, not playing too many off meta things, so the fine stands.
And that's the awesome defense there. All 5 of them pretty much just getting obliterated. Another enemy goal. And yeah, Dogwater having a great first game.
Yeah.
That we are seeing at least. It's not the first game of this tournament, but the first one we are watching them play.
That's right.
And it looked great so far.
If you've got this far in the video, congratulations. I love you. Let me know that I love you in the comments by saying you love me at this point of the video. I wonder how many of you are going to say that. If Dogwater wins this, they secure their spot in Rivals.
Yeah, it would be huge for them to already be qualified. Be one of the top 4 teams, which means guaranteed prize money. If they win this one, they already won some money. Which is always nice. We could always use some money, right?
Yeah, I would love money. It's so good.
And now Redmo's going to try to do the same as Potato does, but Potato on the Scythe is also a very good early game. But Potato knows about this. He's not going to even fight the Gibble. He just knows exactly he's going to lose it. So instantly, it just takes the last hit and goes back to the left side.
Brav getting pushed back a little bit here. Trying to move in. Looks like it was able to get a stack earlier. Was able to score a little bit. Moving forward. We got that EXP share in Mime. I feel like I actually don't see EXP share Mime too often, but maybe they know it's going to be left alone here for a little while and might have some trouble. Looking for the secure.
He's just getting zoned out right here.
Yeah.
Gatlu on the left side is going to get the last. He's only level 5 to these 2 level 3 Pokemon. Goes into the Corvette, into a tackle. Corvette instantly resetting the tackle as well. It's going to steal 1 berry, 2 berries away. He's the only Pokemon that can take berries on full HP, I think. Unless Snorlax can as well. I'm not quite sure anymore. He's going to score another 5 points. And makes it out alive. So annoying already.
And there's the slow smoke
as a parting present.
Such a weird time to throw it. Here we go. Big wicked blow. Big wicked blow there from the Urshifu. Takes it down. I don't think he expected to get caught right there.
That is, yeah, first KO for Dogwater. And now Potato on top side. They're going to keep chasing. And I think this Gauchum is not going to have a great time into Wigglytuff as well. He gets locked up by this thing. He's dropping super, super low. Potato's going to try and score 23 points, but the auto attack is there. Just in time. He's going to start staking up his boost auto attack again. But without Dragon Claw, it's still quite weak. The only thing he can do is Dragon Rush, you know, minions back to his right side and go for the last hit. He gets locked up by this thing again. And as I said, he's going to struggle in this lane. Very difficult. But he takes Scyther with him and almost takes him down. Another point puff is there. And the auto attack of Eldigo is actually getting this KO somehow.
Wow, beautiful from Eldy right there. With that Pollen Puff sitting on Scyther, you knew it was going to be very, very close. It had almost no health, and then one auto attack flying across the map takes it. Wiggly pushing back in here. This sleep could be really, really bad for this Garchomp. It feels like they're using it very effectively to just shut it down every chance they can. Gotlu now hanging out in Dogwater's central area, just taking all the farm, essentially, and I have to assume this is what Gotlu was doing earlier, which is why we've got that EXP share on Bruv right now. The power swap as well, which is going to be pretty mean later.
Hyper Beam lands there on top on Urshifu, but we already have 1 KO for the Wigglytuff onto Edegos. Adessu's on the chase. Can he finish off Marth? The Hyper Beam is there. Doesn't he have to use it because Green is there and getting the KO. Potato's dropping super low now. Dragon Rush goes in, but he doesn't have Dragon Claw yet, and he still finds 1 KO at least. Urshifu flies from the side and chops him back to base as well.
I did not know Urshifu was there. I don't think anyone knew Urshifu was there, as it picks up a big KO in that last one. I couldn't believe that he was leaving that fight, Redmaw, on essentially 0 health, and Urshifu said, no, you are not. Regirock now being chipped right here. Bruv just trying to push them out. Potato coming down. That level 8. Here comes a Hyper Beam. Nope, not early at all. I thought it was, but it secures it.
I thought it was also too early, but it's somehow perfect.
Wow.
That was, I think, Pixel perfect. Hyper Beam, and Adessu's gonna claim this Reggie. That looked like so much damage. Wow, that was insane.
Wow, didn't you? I really thought that Hyper Beam was way too early.
Me too.
Jeez, okay. Well, there you go. Shows how much I know.
Yeah, same. I mean, Adessu's the master of Dragon Knight, I feel like. He knows exactly how much he does right. And Gatlu now on top lane, cleaning those bunnies.
I would love to be the master of something. That way, if I just got lucky on something, they're like, wow, look at Jake. He just knew. You know? Maybe Adessu was exactly, like, I gotta throw it. Exactly. I just gotta go, you know? Here we go.
Might have been power swapped.
Was that it? Oh my gosh. Maybe. I hadn't even thought about power swapping a Hyper Beam Dragonite. I mean, here comes the Unite move from Bruv right now, trying to chase down Potato right here, who does not yet have its Unite. It is still level 8, gets the swap onto Gatlu, and they actually just end up heading back, clearing all this farm, and now hopefully they can take this Regieleki without Dogwater pushing in and punishing them for it. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be able to.
111 points to 9, so now it's in a great position in these first 5 minutes. Regieleki gets clear without any issues. Very strong objective, right, Jake? Always gotta go for it and die. Every single time. Urshifu Knight is there. He's gonna reset his Vic Blow. He's gonna pick up Mr. Mime. Wigglytuff Unite is kinda weird.
Yeah.
Maybe that he's getting engaged on by Gatlu, but yeah, now Gatlu's gonna use Unite move and he's gonna try run on Urshifu. Does he have this ability, like his, how is it even called? I forget how it's called. His Throat Chop?
Oh, Throat Chop, yeah, it's level 7, yes.
Throat Chop. But he doesn't get away. He gets picked off in the end.
I think maybe they got a little too excited on the side of Dogwater, threw that Wiggly Unite when they did not need to, and then as soon as kind of the shields were done and all the chaos had subsided, Gatlu was just able to head back in and clean that up. Really nice play there from Nouns Esports, and unfortunately just a little bit of a misplay from Dogwater right there as they actually grab this Garchomp right now. 2 Unite moves on it, ripping it apart, pushing everyone from Nouns out. They're trying to secure this. We have Eldegoss in the air. Registeel is at half health right now. As we have this Dragonite being held, here comes the big Hyper Beam. No way! Adessu threading the needle, securing that one, pushing them back. Wiggly, we could use that Unite right now, buddy, as 4 members of Dogwater are down. And I think Slowbro, it's either you run or you get KO'd, and he gets KO'd.
Oh my god. He's just so good on this Dragonite, is he not?
It's
That's a
unbelievable.
Full house, a triple KO for Dragonite, a double KO for Edegos. And they also get the bottom objective at the same time. They also finish off the first score. They got everything.
Wow.
Everything, Jake.
I mean, that was an amazing fight for Nouns right there. Just incredible. I can't believe the Hyper Beams from Adessu are perfect. Like you said earlier, pixel perfect. Beautiful Hyper Beams.
And it's so funny to see because Dragonite is currently considered one of the worst Pokemon in the game. He has a terrible win rate. Everyone is like, we should buff Dragonite. And then we see this team right here just picking Dragonite and winning so many matches with it. It's always funny to see how like the opinion of certain Pokemon are.
Yes, I made a video recently talking about how I think I was wrong about Dragonite, putting it so low on a tier list a little while back because it's actually doing really well. There's nothing wrong with it.
Urshifu getting bonked against the wall by the confusion, has to eject button away, and Gatlu's just looking for something right here. Unite moving in, looking for the Belgian Potato. He's gonna knock him with the Corvette. Can he find Edegos at least? He could get a reset maybe? Oh, Potato's dropping low at the auto tech fade away of Edegos is gonna claim this KO. And also Dragonite, only running Delphox on top somehow.
Wow. What? I'm this fight, they're just really going at him right here. I'm kind of surprised that the Eldegoss is the one picking off Scyther every single time with a single auto attack that seems to fly out of nowhere. It's pretty amazing.
Yes. It's happened way too often this game, I feel like.
Here we go.
And now we have 15 seconds for one more bottom Reggie, and it's going to be up for the last 2 minutes. So very important objective to take. And
And
what
it looks
can
like
Dogwater do right here?
I think Dogwater is saying, like, look, we have no shot at this, really. Let's try to get a score or something to happen here. Red Maw is seeing this. We have a big Dragon Claw catch right here. 3 members here of Dogwater, 2 members of Nouns. We have Potato coming up trying to make something happen. Unfortunately, they're not really able to do anything right here. They're going to reset. Nouns is going to secure Registeel. And like you said, they're going to have that buff for this final fight. And that's going to be pretty huge.
So we have a power swap, Registeel, Dragon Knight with Hyper Beam. I want to see the damage of that thing.
Yeah, it could be
I
pretty
want to see how
brutal.
much damage that does.
49 to 191. So this is that moment where, you know, when you're ahead on score, when you know that the enemies are behind, you get to let them sort of make the first move and possibly make the first mistake and then punish them for it. Just kind of chipping it right here, charging up their Dragon Dance stacks. They don't really need to do anything, but they want that first Hyper Beam to go off. So it will be a level 3 charged Hyper Beam. They're just waiting for Dogwater right now. Dogwater gets to make the decision of when this fight's going to start, if it's going to start. 1 minute, 30 seconds left right here. Both teams very patient. Gotlu kind of running around, trying to cause a little chaos, maybe get someone to do something. But again, Dogwater has to make the move, Chris. It's not going to be Nouns Esports that needs to make this happen. They're getting pushed back right here. Again, everyone's very calm.
They're so scared.
Hitting
and forcing
it
a team fight is just scary. Forcing a team fight is like, you make more mistakes there.
Yeah.
Just counter engaging is always a safer choice. And Nouns has to do nothing right now. They're just still waiting and waiting. Hyper Beam is going to be there. He's going to keep stacking up his Dragon Dance to keep it at max charges for max out Hyper Beam. Biglytuff has to eject button away already. Gutlu using Unite move. He's going in. He gets Slowpoke Unite move. Can they somehow take down Gutlu? Gutlu actually gets destroyed. He's going to go down. And now Mr. Mime Bruff is trying to buy some time. He's gonna get eject button on into telekinesis. He's getting locked up. That's two down on the side of Nouns. It all comes down to Adesu. That's one Hyper Beam. He's gonna trade down the Wigglytuff. And it's a 2-for-2 so far.
Wow, and you saw, I don't know if you noticed, but Eldegoss once again picking up the Scyther KO right there. Unbelievably. We have Delphox moving in, trying to score 100 in the bottom path. It's not going to happen. There's 34 seconds left. Dogwater has to make the play. The play is on them. They have to secure this right here, but it's going to be extremely difficult to do. They need to rip it. They need to do something. Nouns just gets to watch them, and at this point, Dogwater just doesn't have enough time left. Even if they KO'd every single member of Nouns, they have to run to the goals immediately. 15 seconds left. They're not able to make it happen, and now we see a score up in the top path, and that is going to be the game.
Adesso and Dragon Knight is just something else. It's insane. I've never seen a Dragon Knight have this much impact. In team fights as well, right?
Yeah.
So you think maybe Dragon Knight is going to weaken team fights because he's only there for objectives, but no, he wins in team fights as well. Adesso is just incredible on this Pokemon.
Great
and
match.
They just play it down. They just played well over time, and they take a 1-1 now.
So that ending fight right there, Chris, I feel like before every player starts playing their master rank matches, they need to watch that fight and they need to go, this is why you don't need to start Rayquaza when you're ahead. You don't need to start it right away. Let the enemy team try to make something happen here and then make your decisions. Incredibly played by Nouns Esports right there. I mean, such a beautiful end fight. Dogwater was zoned out the whole time. There really wasn't anything they could do, and they just let the time tick away. Yeah, we go. I think that's probably why we've seen no squishy Pokemon on the side of Nouns, because they just know, like, look, if there's an Urshifu or a Scyther or something like that, its health bar is gone in one attack. No invade, interestingly enough, so they use the Sableye. It almost not invading with it is tricking the enemy team at this point.
But I think it makes sense, because it's a Pokemon. It's the only Pokemon in the game that can stop you from stacking. It's weird, you know, it's actually the best Pokemon made 1D stacking, and yet you can invade with it, which is always kind of weird, right, as well. It's such an annoying Pokemon. There's so much, there's just so many annoying things. Can Klaus get this last hit? No, it goes over to, I think, Redmaw.
Yeah.
On the Squirtle.
Redmaw secures it, and even if Klaus was able to get it, it would just get its Eos energy stolen there by the Sableye, so they're in a pretty good position right now, just stopping this Lucario from stacking. And we can see Ram getting ready for this fight here, but so is Adesu. It's up here with the Icy Wind, pushing up here into this top path.
Right,
Zervis is so low, but it does get away.
Speed is enough.
Wow.
Speed is enough to get him out of harm's way. And now 5 seconds for the Atarias, and now we have the Shadow Sneak unlocked for the Sableye. It's gonna be even more annoying.
Here we go. Just trying to push them back. They're actually diving onto the Sableye right now as the rest of the fight's happening up here at the top. They just clear that out and move on. Sableye is just, oh, it's such a monster to deal with, and they're going to be dealing with it all game.
Yeah, for sure. Does he go for an invade this time? He's a bit too low on HP. I think if he goes into Scyther, then he's actually just going to get himself knocked out. So doesn't want to risk going to the enemy jungle. And now Toon already 5 again on the spot lane. Can Gatlu snipe this one? I don't think he can. So Toon is looking for level 6 here. He's going to pick up the Draining Kiss for himself as well. And Gatlu is also almost level 6. Bot lane very, very even.
I was about to ask, you know, how many stacks does Gotlu have right now? But then I look at the scoreboard. Not a single score on the side of Nouns Esports. Only 3 points from Tally Bobo. So any stacking items have not gotten really any use for either team.
Well, they're engaging on top. They're going very deep on the score right now. Can they find any KOs? No. Which also means, yeah, the Squirtle or the Blastoise has stacking. Gatlu has stacking on the Mew. And they have not scored a single point yet with those. But teamfight, there's actually 4 against 4 top right now. Klaus is getting jumped on. He gets feared. Is he going to go down with the auto attack? One more? No, the heal is going to be enough. But the Glacier and Icy Wind jumps after him. He's going to get picked down. Toon is also in a very bad position right now. But the Edigos is keeping everyone very healthy in these fights.
Wow, really impressive from that LD. They almost even got Lucario home there. Gotlu does take that opportunity to score and get KO'd right there. Was it worth a single stack? I mean, maybe you got 30-some points in there. We'll see. Right now, Redmaw alone in this top path. Here comes Geese up to help a little bit, push them back. But unfortunately, we still have this Wartortle a ways away from being a Blastoise and not a single stack to its name.
Objectives are spawning in 5 seconds, and now it's Talibo going for bot lane. It's very meta right now to just leave Stiff someone top lane to make sure we get experience. Scyther jumping in with the Unite move, but nice surf of Gatlu!
Wow!
Completely nice, and he can't reactivate it. Wonderful done by Gatlu. Has the coaching surf right now, which means that he can stun the enemies a lot as well with this combination, resetting the surf cooldown with the coaching, and they're gonna go for this Reggie Rock.
Yeah,
and they're secured with the Icy Wind, most likely, right? There's no way. Yes, they get it with the Electro Ball. And very nice surf.
The coordination on that play was beautiful. You push him back, the Scald to finish it off. That was gorgeous. I mean, as soon as they saw that Scyther move in, they had an answer for it. Redmaw getting very low right here. The next power-up punch does miss, but it makes it all the way home. Wow, and it actually fights on goal and lives.
Eject button after the Wartortle, but the shield just came in time from the score. It was hesitating a bit too long. He would have maybe had it if he eject buttons a bit earlier, but still good try by Klaus. Wanting to go for this 1v1 KO right here. And you can see the power of Lucario. Still, the power punch close combat doing so much damage, especially against someone who can't get away from the close combat.
And now we've got this Scald Bro getting chased up to this top path. Toon and Zervis just looking, deciding if they're going to siege this goal right now. Looks like they're just trying to pick off a KO right here. Something on the enemy team. Maybe they're going to go after this Sableye. Maybe that's the target right here as we have a fight breaking out. Looks like Lucario is in a lot of trouble right here. They do go down. They are now chasing out Toon. We have the Scyther. It's ready with the Unite move. It's coming into the back line right there. It rips apart Wartortle as Toon Slim could be going down to Nouns. Let's see. Yes, we have an Icy Wind hitting it right now. We're not seeing that. We see the scores in the top path. Guy is trying to push them off here. They're going to pick up that KO as well. And here comes a Desu to try to stop this here. Big Icy Wind, and they're just pushing them back. Not able to get those 40 points in. Boy, that would have been perfect in that goal.
That would have been absolutely perfect. But they're able to stop it, and now Servus has to still be very credible. Icy Wind to stay here. He's almost level 11. They're going to go for it, but Edigos is someone securing the Regieleki. Slowbro Unite is going to hit Scyther. He's going to fall. And I think as long as Nouns gets KOs right here and can score, they're totally happy with losing Regieleki. It doesn't really matter too much. They're going to try to score those points. And yes, they're going to get it. 40 and 34 points in. So who cares about Regieleki if you get all these scores in?
Yeah.
And a KO on top of it. Blastoise is taking super ham. Toon has Unite move up. No, he doesn't. He's dropping very, very low. One more Icy Wind. He's going to chase and he's going to get the Glaceon. Is he actually going to live somehow? No, this guy's going to finish him off. What a close fight. 2 go down on both sides.
Yeah, incredibly close
make
here.
it as well. Edigos just going to run over and score 40 points on top of it.
There's the 40. Easy for LD right there. Guy's heading down to this bottom path here. Just able to watch this and just see where the enemies are. You can also, of course, as Sableye, do this very frustrating thing where if you walk near a bush, it will tell you that an enemy kind of sees you, so you can check bushes without even going near it. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
It's such an unfair Pokemon. And someone really designed it. It's interesting.
Well, it sounds like a wild time, doesn't it?
Power swap now. And it's going to be 44 Unites there. Glaceon is already going in, but Scyther on the backline. That's what we talked earlier. Scyther completely denies Glaceon from doing anything. But the Blastoise is so strong. It's going to get 2 KOs. Scyther can't deal with it. 3 KOs for Self-Nouns. They're turning this game around right now on this bottom Reggie.
This is really beautiful from Nouns right
Slowbro Unite's going to land onto Sylveon. He's also going to get taken down. No chance for Toon to do anything. Can't Unite move out of the Slowbro Unite. And now Regiork is going to probably be taken by Nouns.
Yeah. Reggie Rock getting chipped down right here. Ooh, here comes a huge Unite move from Mime, pushing them down. Blastoise trying to move in here and get the secure, not able to make it happen. Lucario throwing that big Unite move, the dual wing beat picking that up right here as Adesu is getting close combat and punched right in the face, taken down once again. Lucario with that big pickup right there. Bruv going down to Toon, it looks like. If they could ever KO a Slowbro, they're gonna KO it now. It does go down. Nice double KO. The points now swinging back in the favor of Tally Bobo after that big team fight win.
They get 5 KOs, Reggie Rock and the goal, all in the same 20 seconds. Someone making it back in time. I really thought Nouns had this, Reggie Rock, but no. The Death Hammers are still not high enough, and Tally Bobo is able to make it bot lane with the jump pad, make it faster to the bot lane fight, and somehow turn it around. Now they're going for this Reggie Lecky, which should be easy to be picked up as well. Or is it? Is Nouns going to look for this fight? Are they going to maybe commit a Unite move? No, they're not going to commit a Unite move. Reggie Lecky is going to get taken by Tally Bobo, but Mime is going to get chased down. The confused Ray can't get away from it. Toon is diving super deep, gets feared. It's going to use the full heal. Electro Ball booster auto attack is going to follow Adesu with the Icy Wind. No focus band for Toon, which is also going to be huge. It's going to go in. Desu is getting used, and Klaus is also going to get chased down. They want to win the game right here.
Wow, this is so huge. I mean, they're pushing onto this tier 2 right now, but the timers aren't bad enough. Here comes Mime with a massive Unite move, pushing them away. Blastoise uniting right back. Huge shield, as it looks like they could turn on this Scyther right now, but they decide not to. Feels like a little bit of indecision, and now they push back here. Hopefully, it looks like they're waiting for their Glaceon to come back. I almost thought they were going onto that Scyther there. That felt incredibly close, but of course, there were multiple members of Tally Bobo in the back there. Probably not safe enough for Redmaw to do.
Both teams using Unite moves now. We have 3 left for Nouns and 3 left for Tally Bobo. So stay very even. Even though Lucario Unite is not going to do out too much, except for maybe last hitting Rayquaza. So it's not going to be out too much as well. We still have Mew Unite. It's also only a safety tool. 2 now, getting checked by Redmaw. He's going to close combat in. And he's dropping quite low.
Wow, they got his focus band right there, it looks like.
Focus band's also always huge to get. That's pretty much not going to be up again until the rest of the match. And Rayquaza's starting to take damage. Toon is dropping super low. Has used Knife, who's going to jump over them. Does Slowbro have Unite? Can he just lock down Toon Slim maybe? No, he doesn't decide to do it. Might want to keep it for the Scyther. And Rayquaza's now dropping under half HP. Who's going to get it? Ram with a nice confusion onto Glaceon, who has to use Unite move. Electro's going to go into Mime. Rayquaza's dropping super low. Who's going to get it? Tally Bobo is going to get the Rayquaza.
Wow!
He's going to go over to Scyther. And now they're going to try and move toward the left side. Now also going to try their best to get rid of these shields if they can somehow. Lucario is going to run towards bot lane. Edigos is also going to try to maybe go somewhere and score. Ram is recalling to just maybe defend their base from counter scoring. This game is still very close. 40 seconds to go. And we get some in for Sableye. This game is nowhere to be over still. Only 20 points lead for Tally Bobo.
Wow, this is incredible. 40 seconds left. Slowbro does go down, but they have that Sableye running through the enemy central area right here, looking for a score. We've got 8 points here on Klaus as it takes a massive KO. Oh my gosh, that is huge. That is so big. It looks like Toon possibly scoring the top hat too. 76. Yes. I think they just shut this game down, and I think they just swiped Nouns Esports twice in a row, Chris. 427.
4 straight map wins in a row against the best team in Europe. That is incredible. Not dropping a single map in the winners final and the grand final. What a deserved victor for Tally Bobo right here.
Incredible.
Wow.
Tally Bobo, I mean,
honestly, so on point.
The superstars of the day. Unfortunately, we did just get word that a member of Tally Bobo has a headache, so Nouns Esports does win that series.
They do, for sure.
What a match.
But jokes aside, man, Tally Bobo, incredible game from them again. This one was very close as well.
It was.
But they just take it. 431 to 304 points.
Yeah.
With the time running out. You
Unbelievable.
Can see the graph is so close too.
Yeah. More Unite Rivals is coming soon. We are back on Friday the 27th, Saturday the 28th, and then the final EU vs NA will happen on Sunday, January 29th. Make sure you are here to see it live. I love you. Mwah!